welcome back to Storytime. Today we're talking about owls. And we're going to start with our hello song, which goes like this. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Sing along with me, okay? Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Hi, everybody. The first thing we're going to do is a rhyme about owls so we can know a little bit more about them, like their eyes, their nose, their ears. So do the rhyme along with me so we can pretend to be an owl. There's a wide-eyed owl. They have big, wide eyes with a pointed nose, two pointed ears, and claws for toes. He lives way up in the tree, up in the tree, and when he looks at you, he flaps his wings and says, do you know what kind of noise an owl makes? Hoo, hoo, hoo. That is an owl. They have big eyes, pointed noses, two pointed ears. They have claws for toes, and they live in the trees. And the noise that they make is hoo, hoo. So now that we know a little bit more about owls, we're going to read a book called Little Hoot. This is about a baby owl during bedtime. Let's read Little Hoot by Amy Krauss Rosenthal. Once upon a branch, there was a fellow named Little Hoot. Little Hoot was a happy little owl. He's hanging out on a tree. He liked going to school where the teacher is teaching them who, whom, and whose. He liked playing hide and seek with his forest friends. He's playing with a little squirrel. He's playing with a bunny that's hiding. You can barely see his bunny ears. And he's playing with his other friends. Oh, even a turtle. I couldn't even see him. He even liked it fine with Mama Owl said it was practice time. Time to practice pondering, sweetie. Okay, now practice your staring. Staring right, staring left, staring right. But there was one thing Little Hoot did not like. Bedtime. Because when you're an owl, you have to stay up late, late, late. That's just the way it is. All my other friends get to go to bed so much earlier than me. Why do I always have to stay up and play? It's not fair. If you want to grow up to be a wise owl, you must stay up late, said Papa Owl. And besides, I don't give a hoot what time your friends go to bed. In this family, we go to bed late. Rules of the roost. If you stay up and play for one more hour, then you can go to sleep, Mama Owl compromised. 1 whole hour, he boo-hooed. 1 whole hour, she cooed. So off he went. When I grow up, I'm going to let my kids go to bed as early as they want. He played with swords. He played in the jungle gym. He built a fort. He jumped in the leaves. He jumped on the bed. Can I stop playing now? Pleaded Little Hoot. 10 more minutes of playing, mister, and please don't ask me again. All right, the young owl scowled. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes. There, I played for 1 whole hour. Now can I go to bed? Yes, now you can go to bed, but Woohoo! Woohoo! Bedtime! And little Hoot flew right into bed. But wait, stalled Mama Owl. What about a bedtime story? And don't forget a glass of water, added Papa Owl. But it was too late. Little Hoot was ready fast asleep. Snooze, snore, drool. So they tucked in his feathers, gave him a peck on the cheek, and the owl lived happily ever after. The end. Little Hoot. Little Hoot is different because he wants to go to bed early instead of playing. He was so sleepy, he wanted to go to sleep right away. And now we're going to do a counting song called One Night Owl. And for that, we're going to need our tree that we've got right here. And we're going to need One Night Owl to start our song. And he's going to be right here on the tree. One night owl. There was one night owl in the tree. Hoo, hoo. There was one night owl in the tree. Hoo, hoo. Oh, he called up to the sky to an owl flying by, and the owl came and joined happily. Hoo, hoo. There was one night owl, and he saw another friend and called him over. And the other friend joined him happily. There was two night owls in the tree. Hoo, hoo. There was two night owls in the tree. Hoo, hoo. Oh, they called up to the sky to an owl flying by, and the owl came and joined happily. Hoo, hoo. There was two night owls, and they saw another owl flying by. So they called him over, and he joined them happily. And now we have 1, 2, 3. There was three night owls in the tree. Hoo, hoo. There was three night owls in the tree. Hoo, hoo. Oh, they called up to the sky and to an owl flying by, and the owl came and joined happily. Hoo, hoo. They found another friend flying by, and he came and joined them happily. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 night owls. We only had one. And he called another friend. So that makes 2. And they called another friend. That makes 3. And they called another friend. And that makes 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this friend flew away back to his house. So now we have 3. And then this owl got sleepy, so he flew away. And now we have 2. And this owl, he wanted to go eat. So he flew away, and now we have 1, just like we did in the beginning. And he's going to go home too, so he can play. So now we have 0. That was one night owl. And now we're going to do a song where we get to move around a little bit because it's called Flap Your Wings. And we're going to flap our wings, open our eyes, and turn our head and say, hoo, hoo. So move along with me, okay? Flap your wings and fly around, fly around, fly around. Flap your wings and fly around, just like an owl. Open your eyes wide and big, wide and big, wide and big. Open your eyes wide and big, just like an owl. Turn your head and say hoo hoo, hoo hoo hoo, hoo hoo hoo. Turn your head and say hoo hoo, just like an owl. Flap your wings and fly around, fly around, fly around. Flap your wings and fly around just like an owl. Open your eyes big and wide, big and wide, big and wide. Open your eyes big and wide, just like an owl. Turn your head and say hoo hoo, hoo hoo hoo, hoo hoo hoo. Turn your head and say hoo hoo, just like an owl. That was Flap Your Wings. And now we have another story called Good Night Owl. Owl is trying to sleep, but there's so many noises that his friends are making, and they won't let him sleep. Let's see what happens. Good night, owl. We're going to use our tree again because there's an owl and he lives in the tree. Here's our owl. We'll call him Little Hoot, just like the other one. Good Night Owl by Pat Hutchins. Owl tried to sleep, but as he tried to sleep, the bees buzzed. They buzzed, buzzed, buzzed. Owl tried to sleep. And then the squirrel crunched their nut. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And still, Owl tried to sleep. The crows croaked. Craw, caw, caw. And still, Owl tried to sleep. The woodpecker rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. And still, Owl tried to sleep. The starlings chittered. Tweet, 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 tweet. Tweet, 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 tweet. And still, Owl tried to sleep. The cuckoo called cuckoo, cuckoo. And still, Owl tried to sleep. The robin peeped. Peep, 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 peep. And still, Owl tried to sleep. The sparrows chirped. Cheep, 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 cheep. And still, Owl tried to sleep. The doves crowed. Coo, coo. And still, Owl tried to sleep. The darkness fell and the moon came up, and there wasn't a sound because all his friends went to sleep. But Owl stays up very late through the night, so he screeched, screech, 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 and woke everyone up, just like they woke him up when he was trying to sleep during the day. The end. That was Good Night Owl by Pat Hutchins. And we saw so many friends. We saw Owl. He goes hoot, hoot, or screech if he's trying to wake everyone up. We saw the bees. They go buzz. Squirrel was munching, so he sounds crunch, crunch, crunch. And crows go caw, caw. And the woodpecker goes rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat because he's pecking the wood with his beak. And the starlings go tweet, 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 tweet. Cuckoo goes cuckoo, cuckoo. And robin goes peep, 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 peep. Sparrows go cheep, 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 cheep. And the doves cooed, coo, coo, coo. And that was all his friends that woke him up during the day. Little Hoot couldn't go to sleep. And now we have our last song of our story time called Hoot, Hoot. And now we know what sound an owl makes, hoot, hoot. But let's see in this song Maybe he makes another sound. I think this song is just being silly because it says that maybe he doesn't go hoot hoot. Maybe he makes other sounds. Let's sing hoot hoot. Hoot hoot went the little brown owl one day. Hoot hoot went the little brown owl. Hoot hoot went the little brown owl one day, and they all went hoot hoot hoot. But we know owls go la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da. We know owls go la-di-da-di-da. They don't go hoot, hoot, hoot. Is that right? Let's sing it one more time. Hoot, hoot, went the little brown owl one day. Hoot, hoot, went the little brown owl. Hoot, hoot, went the little brown owl one day, and they all went hoot, hoot, hoot. But we know owls go la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da. We know owls go la-di-da-di-da. They don't go hoot, hoot, hoot. Is that right? We know owls go hoot, hoot. So I think this song is just being silly. So let's just sing hoo, hoo, because that's what owls really say, not la-di-da-di-da. And that was our last song of the day of our story time all about owls. But come back next week because we're doing a story time about pies, all kinds of pies. So I'll see you next week for another story time. And now let's sing goodbye, friends, which goes like this. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. And I'll see you next week. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Bye-bye, friends. Thank you for watching.